everyone, and welcome to another Into the Void Real Review. This time we are reviewing the live-action remake of How to Train a Dragon. This is the third live-action remake of an animated movie so far this year that I have watched, and there seems to be a trending line that goes up with each new release. It began with Snow White, then Lilo and Stitch, and now How to Train a Dragon. Oh, how the quality has gone up since the debacle of Snow White, even though I wasn't as harsh on that movie as others. Lilo and Stitch was good in my opinion, bringing the alien and the little girl to life in a way that was reminiscent of the original movie and also was able to keep intact the fun hijinks and chaotic nature that many remember of the cartoon. And even if there is a paint-by-numbers feel of the live-action remake of How to Train a Dragon, the ante is even higher in this newest rendition and is definitely the new hotness in the live-action remake of an animated classic scene. There's something that this newest edition does better than the original, and that is bring the spectacle of dragonflight and the action scenes built within these sequences that captures a newfound magic that animation can't compete with, especially because the CGI scenes are done so well in this movie. This one is a looker and has that as the biggest thing going for it. That and the cute factor of Toothless, the iconic dragon who, by the way, reminds me of my cat with her ears pulled back. Toothless the dragon makes for a great Halloween outfit if we can get it on her. Anyway, the actors that are in this, you can tell they're having fun.
The terrible terror! It's like the size of my...
Mason Thames plays Hiccup and Nico Parker plays Astrid, and they do reasonably well. There's the typical puppy love that Hiccup has for the larger-than-life Astrid, who seems too above it all to entertain the lovesick blacksmith who wants to slay dragons with all the other cool kids, or in this case, Vikings. Gerard Butler plays Stoic, once again Hiccup's father, who goes from seeing his son as dragon fodder to dragon killer over the course of a how to deal with a dragon tournament in which his son snatches the win from the jaws of victory, no pun intended, from Astrid, who seems to be the more capable fighter of the two. However, Hiccup has the talent of subduing dragons to his will without resorting to violence. I'm not going to go through the whole story because everyone knows the gist of it. However, if you are sensitive to that sort of thing, don't listen to what I'm about to say. Go see the movie. You've been warned. Boy meets dragon after dragon gets knocked out of the sky. Dragon slowly warms up to boy. Boy calls dragon toothless due to, well, being toothless. Boy and dragon bond. Girl follows boy to dragon hideout and finds out about dragon. Boy has to try to convert girl to belief that dragons are just misunderstood and are being controlled by an alpha giga chad dragon who is holed up in a dragon's nest. Girl goes on dragon ride with boy and becomes a believer, but does not believe they can convert all the Vikings to the same belief. Father learns of Toothless and ties him up and learns of Nest and goes to destroy the nest. Then when things go sideways and boy and dragon almost die, father saves both. Then boy and dragon beat the big dragon, but not before Toothless saves boy, earning father's respect, thereby letting dragons and Vikings coexist in harmony. Now, that's the Cliff Notes version, and I apologize if something wasn't completely accurate. After all, I'm going off my memory after watching the movie 2 days ago, which isn't always the best. Overall, regardless of accuracy of plot, there is a great message behind How to Train a Dragon in that violence is not the only answer to solve problems, and that sometimes a little training is all that is needed for two different species to live together, each providing benefits, because both are working together to get the same thing rather than working against each other. It's kind of like the old saying that you can attract more bees with honey than vinegar. But that makes me think, why would you want more bees unless you're like a beekeeper? Personally, I tend to run away when there are more bees. Never mind, I'm sure you get where I'm coming from. In this context, you can get dragons to work with you with the right training rather than fighting them and incurring their wrath upon your village. Either way, there is a great message there. Then you have epic dragonflight action scenes that are on par with anything James Cameron has thrown at us in the Avatar franchise. You can really feel the speed when Hiccup rides Toothless through the mountains, and you actually feel the danger of him barely hanging on for dear life. It's cool seeing him create mechanisms, after all, he is a blacksmith, to tame Toothless and become one as dragon and rider alike. That is what makes How to Train a Dragon worth experiencing, and it is these moments that will stand out and stick with you after you leave the movie theater. I'm giving How to Train a Dragon a 9 out of 10. What do you think of this newest live action remake? Do you think it's just as good as the original? How is it compared to the other ones that have come out this year? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're at it, be sure to give the video a like. Lastly, if you want more of this content, consider subscribing, and I will see you the next time we venture into the void.